What's up guys, TheDevildogGamer here, and we are back playing some World War III, and today I want to talk about the good and the bad things about this game, what I like and what I think it does uniquely compared to other games, and things that it definitely needs work on, because it's died once before, and we don't want it to go anywhere again. This is a pretty cool game, and with the failure of Battlefield, this has definitely got some market for it at this point in time. So we're going to start off talking about a few different things that I like, and a few different things that I don't like. One of the absolute greatest things in this game is that infantry with a rifle can do damage to vehicles. Absolutely do not need AT, you can wreck a vehicle's day. So not only can you take a rifle and kill the remote weapon station on top for anybody in the passenger seat, and that's done until they go repair, but you can also shoot the periscopes on these vehicles. And you can shoot out the gunner's periscope and the commander's periscope. The commander's is the third-person view, and the gunner's is the kind of in-the-gun view. If you shoot them out, and as they progressively get damaged, the screen starts to crack and like not function very well. So their view is completely obstructed. If you completely destroy it, they can't see squat. So if you have a vehicle that's running around and just causing your team problems, get a sniper rifle, pop the few hatches, and it's kind of stuck. Then you run around, throw AT mines all around it, or your team takes it out with AT. It's one of the coolest things about this game, being able to kind of just take a vehicle and disable it as just normal infantry without any AT. I think that's a crazy cool point, because the majority of games, when you have a vehicle and you're just fighting as normal, infantry without AT, you're kind of screwed. But this game, you get an opportunity to fight back and actually do some damage and make that vehicle's life way more miserable than, if you just didn't have anything to do with it. Now, one of the things that I'm pretty absolutely hating in this game is the ballistics. Some of these rounds look like you're firing Nerf darts. The RPGs fly like you just threw it off of a trebuchet, and to close range engagements, it's not so bad. Medium to long range engagements, it's a little rough, and you can definitely tell the difference. You can see just these tracer rounds like lobbing through the air like you're a ping pong ball, and somebody just shot it out of a potato gun, and that's what it kind of looks like, and that's what it kind of feels like. I feel like if they sped it up by at least 40%, this would be pretty much on par with normal shooter games. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. But it's something that I think it should definitely be looked at, especially with long-range sniping. It's like you're firing a mile when you're firing only 100 yards. That's what it feels like. The rounds are very slow. They don't drop that much, which is nice, but the rounds just feel like you're shooting Nerf darts. It's just very slow. They fly weirdly. It's just, I don't really like it, and I think it's a big thing that they really need to change, because once you start getting bigger maps, or, different sniper rifles, it's going to be kind of annoying to get in those long-range fights when somebody can just AD spam and, kind of shoot their way through it like they're playing Beat Saber all of a sudden, you know what I mean? And that's what it feels like with these rounds. Something that really needs to be worked on, because I kind of feel like it's falling short pretty hard on it. One of the coolest things about it, though, is the weapon customization. Not only can you customize the attachments, you can customize everything from the stock to the handguards to just cosmetic stuff with your weapon. And you can also do that with your operator at the same time. It kind of takes a cue from Escape from Tarkov, but not really that big of an extent. But it allows enough customization to where you can make your rifle look how you want, and cosmetically, not just how it works and what optics you have. So it gives you kind of that extra option to kind of go around and customize it the way you want and look, and just not be like, all right, well, I'm just going to throw the scope on it and be one and done. You can do a bunch of different things with it. You can kind of make it look how you want, and whether it's it doesn't impact the stats at all to it. It's just kind of the look of the gun itself. And the same with your operator too. You can make your operator look exactly how you want. Granted, it may take a while to unlock some of these things, but it is cool that you get that option too. I think Escape from Tarkov kind of, took it to the point where a lot of people now are starting to, look for more customization options with their weapon, and that's something Battlefield definitely fell short on, but World War III is definitely in that point where it's working well enough to be you know, and doing the things that people want it to do. I definitely think that's awesome. And along with the backpack, where you can take different extra scopes and attachments in your backpack, or even secondary weapons like, you know, different grenades, and mid round, just open it up, switch out the optics to something convenient like a long range if you need it, or a different grenade for different situations. There's a lot of customization that changes a lot of playstyles on the fly. And lastly, one of the worst things I think that they changed from the original version is they got rid of the different ammo types for the RPG. Right now they have a heat warhead on it, but back in the old game they had the tandem warhead, which had more armor penetration. And when it comes to the customization of vehicles, you can add reactive armor and things like that that defeat heat rounds and such onto your vehicle. So the RPGs, when you're fighting higher level vehicles, they tend to do less damage than they would before. Now, that's where the tandem warhead came in, where that was a special round that you could put on it, and it would do just a ton of damage to vehicles. This got removed. I don't know why. I felt it was a good balance between the power of these crazy upgraded vehicles and, you know, being just infantry on the ground. It was a great little middle ground. They got rid of it. I don't know why, but I would really like to see it back. I think it was a good balance of power for sure between ground and vehicle forces. And lastly, I know this is actually being fixed because I've literally talked to the devs and they have talked about it. The sound with this game. Gunshots and stuff can be completely silent. They just sound weird. Everything about it is just really, like, it's one of the worst sounding FPS games I think I've ever played. The sound design for it is just absolutely terrible. And day one of the closed beta, I asked a developer in my chat, I'm like, dude, this is terrible. And he's like, it is being worked on right now. So I'm expecting new stuff with the sound sometime soon, because right now in its current state, it's just terrible. I mean, guns unsuppressed sound quieter than suppressed guns, which is really weird. The whole thing just doesn't make any sense to me, and it takes away a lot of the enjoyment for the game. The sound design is really important for games nowadays, and I just feel like this one was just really fallen short, to be honest. There could have been so many better sounds, to be honest. It just doesn't live up to the hype when it comes to the sound design. Overall, though, I like World War III, especially that it's going to be a free-to-play game. I think for what you get for it and the grind that you get, it's not too bad. I think there's still a lot of work to do, that's for sure. But overall, I think the game is great. With how Battlefield's turned out, I think this is a nice little middle ground for a free-to-play game. It's not 1000% realistic, but it's got a lot of features in it that you don't get with any of the other Battlefield games. So I really, really do enjoy this. I think this game has quite a good future once things get ironed out and it hits the free-to-play mode. But, you know, there are a few things that I would like to see changed. Are a lot of them going to get changed? Probably not, but I think a few of them definitely will. But I want to know from you guys, what's the best and worst things about this game if you've played it, and what are you excited for? All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.